At a time when Russia is not renouncing the possibility of using tactical nuclear weapons, Hiroshima is a wonderful place to remind people of the human cost of using these weapons of destruction. It is Prime Minister Kishida's hometown, and on this trip, the world leaders will visit the Hiroshima Peace Memorial Park and see for themselves poignant examples of the human cost of using these terrible weapons of destruction. Everything from footage to abstract items like the tricycle of a child that was killed in the blast. There's no better place to remind people that nuclear war or nuclear weapons are not something that should be used by G7 nations or any nation, as the UN Secretary General has already requested.
Now, as we saw from the pictures that were just coming through a few minutes ago, the French President Emmanuel Macron was the last to arrive amongst the principal leaders of the G7. What are we expecting from him when he sits down with the Japanese Prime Minister?
Well, Japanese Prime Minister Kishida may have some stern words for Emmanuel Macron because Macron has made remarks that seem to belittle the importance of Taiwan in geopolitical situations, meaning that if China were to do something to Taiwan, he seems to have commented that it wouldn't mean much to Europe. I think that Kishida will enlighten him that whatever happens to Taiwan happens to East Asia and will affect the world. They're certainly going to have a talk about containing China, and I expect that Kishida, as much as he is capable of in his school teacher manner, will school Macron on why Taiwan is important and why China needs to be contained.
Now, shoring up Japanese and US relations is also key. We've already seen that Joe Biden sat down with Prime Minister Kishida at a military base when he arrived. What did they discuss?
They had a discussion of the central points of this conference, which are how to hold Russia back, how to support the Ukraine, how to deal with the threat of AI, and also how to deal with controlling China. And one that is particularly a problem to Japan and maybe the United States as well, the growing threat of North Korea as they design better and better missiles, some which may be equipped with nuclear warheads in the future.
But will Biden be distracted by what's going on back at home, given the negotiations that he'll have to be rushing back to on Sunday with Republicans?
He seems to have taken a day off. He seems relaxed and chill about what he has to face when he gets home and focused on the issues here at the G7 summit. It's clear that he would have liked to stay longer. He still has a meeting coming up with the head of Korea and Prime Minister Kishida to discuss a trilateral agreement on securing security in this region.